In this next video, we're going to go over the group exercise in Chapter 8 that deals with target aliasing and corridor clipping. First thing we need to do is open up the corridors file in that Chapter 8 or Data 8 folder. It wants us to locate a cross-section station via data point using the icon in the cross-section task group. We do have the corridors file already open, so the next thing we need to do is go to Task. We're going to go to our corridor tools, and then we're going to slide down to this icon here, which is Locate Station via Data Point. With that one, it asks for a corridor, so we're going to select the Route 63 corridor. It's going to ask for a station, and the station that we want to use is 60+00. So we're going to lock that in. Slide on down to that area. It's going to be right in that area, and we're going to accept that, and then it says to select the cross-section view. So we click in that window there, and you should get a section where you see an overlap between the Route 63 and Road 1 corridor. Okay. Now the next step, it says we're going to select the Define Target Aliasing icon from the Corridor Miscellaneous task group. And what I'd prefer to do versus doing that, you can come over to the task and select that target aliasing icon, but I like to go into the corridor itself and select the tool. So I'm going to just click on the Route 63 corridor, and I'm going to come on over to my corridor creation tools, and there is the target aliasing tool. If you do it this way, you don't have to select the corridor that you want to do the target aliasing from. And so I'm just going to click on that, and it'll automatically bring up the target aliasing for corridors dialog. And what we want to do is we want to target Road 1. And so we want this fill slope to come down, and instead of going all the way to ground, we want it to hit the Road 1 corridor. And so I'm going to put in the Road 1 corridor, and then if it doesn't see the Road 1 corridor, I want it to hit again the ground one more, just like it's doing here. But again, with this setup, it should, at this cross section, stop at the Road 1 corridor and stop that fill slope at that location. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit OK to that. And when you do target aliasing, you might have to go up or down a section. In our case, we didn't have to do that. You can see how Route 63 is targeting the Road 1 corridor. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to add a clipping reference. And so with that, what's going to happen here is Route 63 is going to clip out the Road 1 corridor where it overlaps. And so I'm going to go into the Road 1 corridor. I'm going to go to this icon right here, Corridor References, and in there you can add a clipping reference. And so if I add a clipping reference, it's going to ask, okay, locate the first clipping reference, which is going to be the Route 63 corridor, and then I'm going to reset the complete. Again, just like the previous tool, you might have to go up and then back a section in order to get to see this happening. And so you can kind of see what's happening here. Road 1 is being clipped out by the Route 63 corridor because before we added this clipping reference, Road 1 went all the way to ground. And so what we basically made here is a match line between the Road 1 corridor and the Route 63 corridor.